It's not enough. Wait.
Brittany, we're going to get started.
This is my work computer.
Your kids are amazing.
I can't carry two laptops.
All right. 2 meetings in a row. I'm using the gavel. Let's officially call the meeting to order at 5:02. And then Chandler, I'll defer to you for roll call.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Vice Chair Rogers.
Present.
Oh, I'm sorry. Vice Chair Turner Whiteley.
Present.
Secretary Foyt.
Did he say Foyt?
Yes.
Oh,
Secretary
sorry.
Foyt.
I'm here. Thank you.
Treasurer Dukowski.
Present.
Trustee Waugh.
Here.
Trustee Jones.
Present.
Trustee Sanchez.
Present.
Trustee Williams Jr.
Here.
Trustee Paloma Fiedler.
Here.
Trustee Prophet.
Present.
Chair, quorum is present.
Thank you. We'll stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we will move to agenda item number 2, public comment. Chandler, do we have anyone signed up for public comment?
Yes, Chair. We have 2 written public comments were submitted via email prior to the meeting. These comments have been provided to the board and are included in the meeting materials for the record. We have 4 signups for public comment.
Okay, thank you. And just as a reminder for those who are signing for public comment, topics raised under this item must be limited to matters on today's agenda. Anyone wishing to speak during this item must sign up prior to the public comment period. The sign up must include the commenter's name, legal address, and the agenda item that is being commented on. Public comment period at the Library District Board meeting shall be limited to a maximum of 45 minutes total for both periods of public comment before and after the meeting. Remarks by speakers during the public comment period shall be limited to 3 minutes each. A speaker may not transfer time to another speaker, although the chair has the authority to grant additional time to a speaker. So anyone wishing who has signed up for public comment, please rise. So yes. Yes, the item for public comment should reference a current agenda item. Just want to remind everyone for that.
Under open meeting law, you have to provide off agenda items.
That's
Speakers.
That's at the end of the meeting.
Thank you.
Yes.
It wasn't on here. Thank you.
Yes, I'll read the public comment relative to the end of the meeting at that time. Okay. For board action, do we have a motion to accept the proposed agenda?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any conversation? All right, we'll call for the question. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries. We will move to agenda item number 4, approval of the proposed minutes for the regular board meeting of trustees meeting on December 11, 2025. Do we have a motion?
Move to approve.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any conversation? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries. Okay, we'll go to the chair's report, agenda item number 5. And I'll start with introducing our newest board member, Mr. Edward Prophet, sorry.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Yeah, we'll open up if you want to say a few words.
Sure. It's a pleasure to be here with the board. I'd like to perform as much community service as possible. Again, my name is Edward Profits. My professional life, I work as a federal director with the federal government. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The next update, I would like to just congratulate Kelvin on the email I sent out before on being named the 2026 Librarian of the Year award. He's the first African-American male to receive the award and very, very deserving. We've benefited from his vision, his hard work, his commitment, his leadership. You know, I've lost count of the number of cumulative awards we've received, but this is definitely one that's at the top of the list. So congratulations, Kelvin. We're very proud of you. And then I want to give an update on the foundation agreement. I know that's a topic that we've talked about. So at the last meeting, we had received a counteroffer. So we did respond to that counteroffer. The foundation did have a board meeting yesterday. I know we had a couple of our board members. We had Kelvin represent us and Floresto, and they did present at the foundation meeting what our in-kind contribution is from the library to the foundation in terms of space, equipment, staff support. And now we are just awaiting for them to provide an official counter back to us. And then we will schedule a negotiation meeting, and hopefully we'll be able to put this to bed and get an agreement in place. And then additionally, the foundation did appoint a new liaison to represent them during these discussions. So we appear to be moving forward. The next item, we know that we have Kelvin's contract ending next month. So we are on pace to be able to offer a new contract that is going to be presented at a special board meeting that's to be scheduled. So look out for a special meeting doodle poll to come out. So we'll get that meeting scheduled, and at that meeting, we will present what the suggested agreement is, and then the board will be able to ask questions. We'll talk through that process in which how we got to all the offer that we put on the table, and then we will determine if we move forward with that offer as presented. And then that concludes my updates. I'll see if there are any questions of me from the fellow trustees.
Mr. Chair, I just want to echo your congratulations of Director Watson. I think what I love the most about this article is how they highlight the practical things that you've done, Kelvin, with the self-funding program, the Hope for Prisoners, the Wi-Fi hotspots, Casa Grande Transitional Housing Library. Like, these are really, really, really great things that you've done to really uplift and help most vulnerable in our community. And I just want to once again congratulate you on that amazing achievement.
Yeah, and I'll open up to any other fellow trustees who want to provide any remarks.
I'd like to comment that this award really is established and granted by the most prestigious of and scholarly of all the library material, all the library magazines, journals, communications, and it really is a gold medal. And you deserved it. Yeah, thank you for being with us.
I'd like to just, echo the sentiments that we've already heard, but just say that even prior to getting on the board, the work, the opportunities that we had to work with the library just in meeting community needs is just, it's what we're supposed to do. Not everybody does that. And Kelvin's just the way he thinks and brings things in and has activities that support everyone. I'm just excited for us, but I'm really thankful to you for making these things happen and understanding the personal sacrifice when you're in leadership. So just really appreciate you and so glad to see that you are appreciated by the industry itself. So thank you.
Yes, I want to say ditto to everyone, what everyone has said, but I also want to thank you for taking a lot of your personal time to do a lot of these things that you do, because these are things that you do beyond your normal hours. That's required to do this job, and it affects family, and you got to support a family, which allows you to do these kind of things. So I want to thank you. I want to thank your family for allowing you to share a lot of your extra time with us. So just want to say thank you for all that.
Mr. Chair, I just want to say this is the first time I'm hearing that Kelvin has personal time.
Yeah, we hadn't heard that before, right?
We always thought he slept in a cupboard in his office.
I also just wanted to add that I think what I really admire is the way you put yourself forward. Representation matters, being vocal in the community matters, showing the younger generation that, you are here, libraries are active, libraries are a place where they can discover new things. It's so important to me, and you do that every day. So thank you so much for being that representation in the community.
All right. Thank you, fellow board members. So I already provided an update on agenda item 5B concerning the Las Vegas Library Foundation. I do not believe we have anyone present from the foundation today to share any remarks. So seeing there are none there, we will move to agenda item number 6, library report. So I turn it over to Executive Director Watson.
Thank you, Chair Rogers. Fellow trustees, so I've submitted my executive director's report as always for the monthly activities for January 2026. I also wanted to say thank you again for your congratulatory remarks. As you are aware, I also sent out a message to all of the staff, because I don't do this alone. I do this with the administration team and the hundreds of library staff that are on the ground serving our community, helping uplift our community with such things as mobile showers, the story times that we offer, all the numerous partnerships. And so I wanted to say again, thank you to the staff, because just as this award or recognition has been given to me, I wanted to also, again, just give recognition to all the work that we as a team put in and day out. So I'll take any questions at this time from the board regarding my report or activities before we call up other reports.
I'll just open up the mic if any trustees want to call any reports or any comments on reports that were submitted.
I just have a question on the Whitney Library. I noticed that there were some, issues for, it seemed like there's some areas that need to be fixed for Whitney Library in the reports, and I was wondering if we could kind of talk about that. It was in the, I'm trying to remember which report it was in, but I read specifically that there were some issues, and I wanted to see what are we doing to fix those issues. The only thing that was mentioned was like maybe 3 sentences about, there were some things that were, I don't want to say dilapidated, but things that were kind of run down, but there was no explanation of like next steps, and I know we have that. I just wanted to know for the record what that is.
I'm calling up Director John Vino to answer that question.
Vino, General Services Director. Good evening, everyone. I'm not familiar with any issues with Whitney. It wasn't in my report. I'm not sure, Leo, if anyone else can point it out. It just has gone through a refresh.
Okay, maybe there it was in the report because I read it, and it was mentioning there were some issues with Whitney, but like I said, it didn't say, hey, we're these are the things that we're doing now. And I thought, that's strange.
Yeah, because if we're aware of it, we would be
Yeah.
dealing with it. So
My memory is that it might have
That was-
involved a leaking roof.
Yeah. It's Leo Segura, Library Operations Director. For the record, page 67 on my report. That was something that Billy included, Billy being the branch manager, that with the rains and everything, I just wanted to include that they did have some issues. They were addressed by General Services. Everything should be up and running smoothly now. But even a new building sometimes does get affected by weather and Mother Nature.
And that's fine. I just, like I said, I read it in the report, and what I didn't read was, oh, hey, these are the things that we've done to, fix it. So I just wanted to make sure that we were good. Thank
Yeah.
you. I appreciate the clarification.
Yeah, it does say there that all problems were reported promptly, assigned to appropriate technicians, documented and followed up.
So there's nothing we need to do. Okay, very good. Thank you.
Yep.
Director Vino, we'll keep you up for a report regarding
Good Springs.
Good Springs.
Appreciate it. Where we're at with Good Springs, we've completed, the first task was to get it changed from residential to publicly zoned. And we created that. We were able to do that a couple of months ago, and then we moved into our building drawings. And we've actually completed our construction drawings. We're ready to go into the building department at this time. We have, we put in for a waiver to do a full drainage study for the property. It was denied by Public Works. So it's only 1.2 acres. It wasn't, that much of a report, but we did have to get that done. That's been completed. That's been submitted to Public Works. Unfortunately, it's almost a 5-month turnaround for a drainage study report. I do have other projects we're working with Public Works. I do plan on seeing if there's any way we can expedite that. In the meantime, we're pretty much ready to go into the building department within 4 weeks. So we're gonna put everything in together and just see, to get everything approved. At this point, we're ready to move forward. We're in a good space. It's just a little longer process than I anticipated for a smaller project. There's no real issues or hurdles. If we have to move ahead with the Public Works request for the drainage study, it showed We might have to put an interceptor on the high part of the property. It's not a very big hill, which would require some type of stone or concrete drainage channel to come down and bypass our property and join. There isn't, a full storm drain within Good Springs. It's just how the water flows off the mountain. So nothing crazy, which it's just really a process at this time. I was hoping to have a summer grand opening. I will certainly keep the board, informed where that may move with as we go through the building department.
Good, Trustee Sanchez.
So regarding the drainage, and because they did not give you a waiver, I guess and you said everything else is ready for the planning department. We have to wait for that and then include it, or can they work simultaneously?
Simultaneously.
Okay, that's what I
went
wanted.
ahead and had the drainage study completed. We've submitted it at the same time. We're 2 or 3 weeks away from putting the building department CDs in. We've reviewed them, given them our notes. We're just updating everything. So that is our plan, to get everything in this way. We're going through the building department and Public Works at the same time. Hopefully everything comes in, roughly the same time, so we can go out to bid and start the renovations on that property.
Thank you for that clarification. That's great.
Any other questions?
Can I ask about another project
Certainly.
for that? I wasn't certain in reading the description, and maybe it was just me, of the work that's being done at Mount Charleston Library. Are we expanding the footprint of the building?
No, is it the firehouse? That's the project. Did I mention that one?
Was it? No, I was talking about the library.
No, not, there's nothing, so, nothing in West Charleston, I'm sorry, Mount Charleston.
Mount Charleston.
West Charleston, we have refresh coming up.
Okay.
But up in Mount Charleston, we are working with the county, and I don't know if this was your question, but since I'll mention it. We are working with the county. We're the landlord of the property next to us where the county firehouse sits on. And the county, is one of the properties that was severely destroyed during the flooding a few years ago. And the county's been working very hard on a way to, we have to merge the county fire department, which is across, with the volunteers. So the county is going to submit something to us, and I'll bring it to you for approval as landlord for that development. Mount Charleston, I do have a little bit of work to do. We're going to be building this spring the community garden, but mostly getting it back to where it was.
Where it was before.
Before,
Right.
We've done quite a bit, but we haven't finished bringing it all the way back up to. So we have the community garden to do, and we're going to have to re-landscape the whole backyard to get that back where that's on
Sure.
our spring project as well.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Any other updates? Yeah. All right, do we have a motion to accept the reports as submitted?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries. We will move to agenda item number 7, unfinished business. There are no items for unfinished business. We will move to new business. Under agenda item number 8, we will go to consent agenda. The consent agenda may be approved in its entirety by a motion, or individual items may be considered separately. Right now, there are no items for consent agenda. We do have an item under regular agenda B. And we'll call Mr. Vino back up to present that item.
John Vino, General Services Director. Good evening, everyone. We have discussion and possible board action regarding a contract award for a new cooling tower for the Summerlin Library. Funds were allocated in the capital projects funds to purchase a replacement cooling tower for the Summerlin Library. The equipment is needed due to age and functional deficiency, which is kind of scary because it was the very first project I did when I came to the library 20 years ago. So feels like I put it in last weekend. An invitation to bid was advertised in the Review Journal, posted on the district's website, emailed to the Minority Chamber of Commerce, and posted on the Nevada Government e-marketplace known as NGEM. Bids were opened on December 19th, 2025. We received a total of 5 bids. The bid results were as follows. Amcor was 203,207. Ryan Mechanical, 227,500. US Mechanical, 251,900. Harris, Las Vegas, 274,592. And Force Industries Mechanical at 279,980. The lowest and responsible bidder was Amcor Services in Nevada. We included the disclosure of ownership principal forms for the Amcor Service Nevada. We have done several projects successfully with Amcor over the years. Motion is requested. Motion to authorize staff to award a contract for the purchase of 1 cooling tower for the Summerlin Library in accordance with bid number 2604 to Amcor Services Nevada for the amount of $203,207. Happy to answer any questions on the project.
It appears to me that it's something that we have to do, and we have basically utilized the shelf life of the cooling tower. So thank you for making sure that we are getting all the appropriate bids.
Thank you.
And I would like to also say that I recommend we go with MCOR like you suggested.
Appreciate it.
Would you like to make the motion?
So I'll make a motion to follow staff recommendation and approve MCOR as the recipient for the bid.
I'll second it.
Any further questions? All right, we'll call for the question. All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? All right, motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Vino.
All right, agenda item number 9, executive session. We do not have any items to go for executive session, which moves us to agenda item number 10, announcements. And just as a reminder, the Finance and Audit Committee meeting will be held Tuesday, February 10th, 2026 at 1 p.m. via Zoom. All board members are invited to participate. The February board meeting will be held on Thursday, February 12th at 5 p.m. Location Windmill Library then you just read the address. Then the March board meeting will be held at the new West Las Vegas Library. I'm really looking forward to that meeting, to have our first meeting there. And then the April board meeting will be held at the East Las Vegas Library. And as I said in my comments, just be on the lookout for the doodle poll for the special meeting to be set. With that said, we will
I have one more thing for announcements, for the good of the order. This will be my last meeting with this board. I have enjoyed my 4 years with this board. I'm relocating out of state, so obviously I'll no longer be eligible to serve on this board, but being able to work with the members of this board, Executive Director Watson, and the entire staff has just been the honor of a lifetime. I've appreciated being able to work with so many of you, and I will miss you all terribly, but thank you for 4 great years.
All right. Well, I will see if my fellow board members have any comments for Nate.
Nate, we're sorry to see you go, but I'm excited for your professional future. But I just want to acknowledge all of the service that you've given to this board as our chair and as a vocal leader, as someone who made it his personal mission to get to every single branch within the first year of service on this board, a feat I have not yet accomplished. I'm coming for you. But you know, you'll be missed. Thank you for all the leadership that you showed and everything you did for the district.
I definitely would support what Kate said. Nate, you came to us and you embraced the entire mission of the library district, and you've made a lot of friends and you have a lot of admirers, and you will definitely be missed. And maybe you can come home. Thank you.
And I see Trustee Dukowski. Did you unmute?
Yes,
Were
I
you
did.
unmuting?
Thank you. Nate, you've been so helpful to me and really have done a tremendous job here. And I'm really sorry to hear that you're leaving, but best wishes to you in your new endeavor.
Thank you, Trustee Dukowski.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, trustee Fielder.
you were the chair when I joined this board, which feels like a minute ago, although it was last April. And I really feel like you welcomed me and helped orient me and figure out how to do the important work of this board. And I really appreciate all of your guidance throughout this whole process. And you will be dearly missed, but I'm sure that your new community can't wait to have someone with your passion and dedication of public service.
Thank you. I will ditto what everyone else said, but I just want to personally say thank you. You were also the chair when I started. Seems like yesterday, which it was probably yesterday, but thank you for everything that you've done and all the services that you've provided to this community. Appreciate you.
And I guess in closing, I would say, Nate, it's been great getting to know you as a board member. I know you came onto the board and you immediately, I'm sorry, trustee Jones. Oh, okay. And I know you immediately joined as a new member and got out to all the libraries, and then also, willingly volunteered to serve on the executive board, the executive committee, and serving as president for 2 terms. I was your vice chair, so it was great getting to know you in that capacity and role, and enjoyed hanging out with you at the conference in Philadelphia. And I'm certainly, going to miss you and, your energy and certainly some of your insights and, just how you demonstrated servant leadership. And I know I'm still coming for your record for the shortest meeting. So I was close a few months ago, but I'll get there. I have a few more meetings to go. But we know that's the where you're relocating to is going to benefit from, just your passion, your commitment to the community, and we wish you all the success. And thank you for leaving this indelible mark here on us. All right, any other announcements? All right, we will go to agenda item 11, public comment. And just to read again, topics raised under this item cannot be acted upon until the notice provisions of the open meeting law have been met. If you wish to make public comment on this public comment item, you must sign up on the roster provided prior to public comment period. The sign up must include the commenter's name and legal address. In this agenda item, commenters should state if they want their remarks included in the minutes of the meeting. And just as a reminder, 45 minutes, and each commenter has 3 minutes each, and time cannot be transferred to another speaker. And now I'll turn over to Chandler to see how many we have signed up for public comment.
Chair, we remain to have 4 signups for public comment.
Perfect. And then we'll just ask that those who are signed up, if they want to just go ahead and approach the microphone and we'll.
Chair, if I could, and Chandler, we have some new folks who've never done public comment. Could we
Okay.
just make sure that everybody who had the opportunity, of course, that's at your discretion.
What is the request?
If just to check with the audience to see if everybody who wanted to do public comment had that opportunity before we start, because open meeting laws, we won't be able to go back. It's up
Alright.
to your discretion.
Well, maybe Chandler, if you could maybe read the names that you have officially signed up for public comment to see if there are others who are here wishing to make public comment.
I think we see one coming.
Yes, please forgive me if I mispronounce a name. Nicole Beer, Bob Torres, Sean Navarro, Stephanie Gentry.
All right. Is there anyone who's here for public comment whose name was not called? All right. I believe we have all 4. All right. We'll turn it over to you.
Thank you. For the record, my name is Dr. Nicole Beer. I'm a resident of Henderson. I'm a proud 26-year-old veteran librarian and executive director and co-founder of Read Freely Nevada. Many of you are acutely aware of why I'm here today. The LVCC-LD has once again decided to allow the domestic terrorist group Moms for Liberty to use their facilities for a monthly meeting. That meeting is due to take place at the Flamingo branch located at 1401 East Flamingo a week from today on January 21st at 5 p.m. Please allow this to serve as a call to action as we will be protesting on East Flamingo at 4:30 p.m. on the day of the meeting. The library has the stance that they are in compliance with policies, the laws of the state and the nation. We contend they are not. Shooting a woman in the face today is considered legal. I mention that not in as a glib manner, but there's an ethical and moral piece of this as well. Hundreds of library systems around the country have stood against book banning and censorship. The LVCCLD has chosen not to. We need only to look to library heroes like Amanda Jones, Christine Belcher, and quite frankly, me, who have been threatened, called names like pedophile and groomer. I personally have had hundreds and hundreds of credible threats against my life. We do not have on that stage a librarian who believes in the ethics of the American Library Association. It shocks me that Mr. Watson, who tried and failed to run as ALA president, has chosen to turn his back on all 25 branches, including the bright and shiny new West Side Library. The new branch stands as a mockery to those folks who fought for inclusion on the Las Vegas historic West Side, only to have a carpetbagger from Florida who stand with a group that's actively branding books about national heroes such as Ruby Bridges, Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, the Black Panthers, and Bobby Seale, just to name a few. These books are on the banned book list of Moms for Liberty. The reason stated, it will make white people feel bad. The only thing that is making me feel bad is this library system is failing our community. Mr. Watson brings shame to our city and to my profession. Be aware I'm not alone. Thank you to the co-founders of Read Freely and the thousands of messages from elected officials, moms, dads, and all manner of folk I've received since this issue came on our radar just 4 days ago. I also want to give an important message to a very special Las Vegas resident. Beverly Rogers is recovering from a serious surgical procedure at UCLA Medical. She called me last night and said, although I cannot be there, you tell them that Nicole Beer has my full support, and I stand with her in her struggle against censorship inside the LVCCLD. You might have noticed in the last 24 hours, the Rogers Foundation is no longer on your donor page. Stop allowing rentals to Moms for Liberty. As indicated by your operations manager, they would rent space to the Ku Klux Klan and other hate groups. Hate group is a legal crime. Book banning is a moral crime. And lastly, Mr. Watson, and I said this before your Love Fest, we canceled Nicki Minaj, Snoop, and Nelly. You are not my librarian of the year. You are canceled, period.
I don't see a clock, so we give a 15-second warning. I don't see a clock, so
No, I'll let you know. You want a 30-second?
15 seconds, 30 seconds.
I'll give you a 30-second hands up.
Okay, very good.
All right.
My name is Bob Terrace. Transparency, integrity, and service. I'm going to weave those three themes throughout this little talk here. It's been 2.5 months of difficulty making many phone calls. By the way, I would like a copy of the financial statement, which states the rules for the grants that the library has applied for under the SIPA issue, the Child Internet Protection Act, that was approved by the board in the November 13th meeting, because I can't seem to find it. I spent 20 minutes out there with Paul at this library looking for the documents, and he, aside from the fact that some things just weren't working, like no internet connection, I don't share the kumbaya here for the library district at this point. So for 2.5 months, I've been trying to get somebody to call me back. And so there's the integrity part. I've called the Ask Me line, which is a waste of money, apparently. I spoke to Ava. I spoke to her supervisor later, Suzanne. They both assured me that somebody would call me back regarding the issue. 24 to 48 hours, still waiting. I left a message and had him forward a message to Robert O'Brien, the director of the Tech Computer Labs, still waiting for a message. I spoke to Chandler on the phone, requested the message be sent to Mr. O'Brien, still waiting. Finally, I went to my branch manager, and this concerns blocks on internet sites for adults. Even though it says on this approved policy that adult will be able to ask staff to disable filters without delay, the next statement says that they submit an IT ticket. The people at the tech desk, the computer desk, said, well, that's not how it works. We got to send it an email to them. They need to check it. They need to open it. That's not what this says, and that's not what they're doing. So when this problem started of sites being blocked, that's censorship, by the way, from beginning of November, I have made numerous phone calls to many, many people in the Valhalla network of the library district, and nobody has called me back. Nobody about this. I finally went to my branch manager that I go to, West Charleston, and sat with her, gave her the whole 9 yards, and she pointed to, that's 30 seconds? Jesus. To the roof saying, well, you know, if that gets fixed, then maybe we can fix this thing. But the issue is across the board, whatever has been done at the tech office, they bought a little AI widget, plugged it in, turned it on, hoped it worked, and all we have is problems. I had it just half an hour ago at this very library. The guy could not explain why sites were blocked. And I'm specifically talking about UFO sites. So I'd like to know what children have been harmed by blocking UFO sites.
All right, that's time.
It's on the paper, 6141 Warm River Road, Las Vegas, 89108.
Hello, my name is Stephanie Gentry. Should I tell you my address? It's 58 Ginger Lily Terrace, Henderson, Nevada, 89074. I'm actually a local parent. My kids go to Selma Bartlett down in Henderson, and I heard about, the fact that, what was just brought up in terms of Moms for Liberty holding space here within the library district. And I just wanted to stand as a parent, as a community member, and as an activist against it, and advocate for you guys to listen to the community and not allow them to use space. They are a hate group, and I would absolutely hate for them to take root within our community even more than they have already. And for you guys to support that is absolutely disgusting. So I hope you really don't, and that you take action against them having meetings in the library. I'm not as well spoken as some of the other speakers, but I took time after coming out of work, 5 o'clock, to come down here. So, and I'm sure many other parents would too if they knew about this. So I, again, just want to advocate for us to make those decisions and not allow them to hold space within the library. Thank you.
Stephanie. Thank you.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
I gotta adjust this a little bit. Hi, hello. I'm sorry, I'm seeing myself throw me out there. Hi, hello, good afternoon. For the record, my name is Sean Navarro. Live in 8100 Rockport Circle, Nevada, right here in Summerlin. I'm actually running for assembly here in AD 34. First of all, I want to say I love this library so much. Summerlin Library. I've never been here just either. It's a great facility. I want to thank you all so much for the tireless work you're all doing here in behalf of our libraries. I was talking to folks in the crowd here and just saying like what a great resource the library is for Las Vegas and bringing a lot needed culture and community hub here in Las Vegas, especially a lot of places that don't have a ton of access to art and community. So thank you all so much for the work you're doing. I didn't know it was Nate's last day. Like I'd like to motion for one more round of applause for Nate. I've known Nate for a while, and I like to consider him a friend, and he's just like a tireless advocate for the library. So I'm sad to see you go, but wherever you're going, they're lucky to have you. So I'm glad that I'm honored to be here for your very last meeting. At least get to see you once. So I also like to share some concerns about the Mothers for Liberty event, maybe in not such passionate terms, although I do appreciate folks' passion. I think the library is a sacred space. I think it's a space for everybody. It's such an important space for children. I know growing up, the library is very important and an important place for a lot of folks. And it's a place for everybody. And I think when you have a space like the library that's for everybody, it's important that everyone feels welcome, that everyone feels protected and safe. And I know when I come here with my younger cousins who are 7 and 10, we visit the library, we know it's a safe place. We know it's a place that they're going to be able to enjoy. And it's kind of like a shelter from the outside world. So I'm very concerned with this Moms for Liberty group. I'll be very clear. I'm a member of Las Vegas Democratic Socialist America, a group that folks, for some reason, feel is controversial due to our political views. But we don't advocate for hate. We advocate for equality for all. I think it's important that the library supports speech from all across the sides of the political spectrum. But I think specifically in this case for the Moms for Liberty, it's they're a group that kind of makes a mockery of some very important public institutions. The library, the school board, these are real anchors for a community. These are people who are not in it for money or fame, or like the folks, I'm sure like y'all are not getting paid for this. I'm sure you're doing this for your passion for your community. And I feel like Mom for Liberty really kind of sullies that. I feel that they've kind of turned our spaces like the school boards, like the libraries, into spaces, and this will be a little different and a little more insidious, a little more vulgar. And I think now more than ever, we need places like the library where people could feel to come and again be a little bit of a shelter from the outside world, where places where kids can read, where you can see like plays and you see movies. My group Las Vegas DSA were at Clark County Library and they were showing The Room, which I was so taken aback by. I was like, "What? That's amazing!" That there's probably folks who never seen that movie get to see it for free. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you again.
Then Chandler just confirming that that's everyone who signed up for public comment?
Yes, that is the end of the public comment list.
Thank you. We will move to agenda item number 12, adjournment. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.
Thank you, Jen.